Well, welcome everybody. It's 2 o'clock on Sunday, December 8th, the time that we have been advertising as the announcements for the All-American contest. As Tim said, we'll be starting with the jersey contest. I want to say just a couple words like I always do before we start and we get rolling here. Thank you to everybody that's here. Those of you at home can't see behind you, but the room is full. We've got a ton of people doing the syrup contest. George Morassi's been treating everyone with some fabulous cuisine. We of course have our fabulous bartenders here at the stage. They're second to none and we really enjoy our time here. If you've never been, we would love to have you join us one year in Nashville. This is our 5th rendition of us being a part of the Music City Celebration sale. I think we did it in 2019, the first year. We're not here COVID year, but we've been here every year since. The crowd has gotten bigger, the sale's gotten more exciting, and we thank Tim and Chris and the Alliance for having us, of course, and Sharon and Jen. We thank them. They do the real work involved here. Once again, I gotta acknowledge my partner, Julie. When you're the technically savvy one, you are not the one that gets to be up front in front of the camera and forward facing. There's no way this would happen without Julie. She's done so much work. We thank our friend Joel for helping also with our screen progress and making sure the feed goes out live, and it's just as good an experience for you people at home as it is for us here in the room. One more shout out to you, the breeders and exhibitors. Though we administer the contest, they're your contests. We thank you for your entries. We thank you for the quality of the cattle that were entered. 100%. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love it. And we're gonna get rolling with our Jersey 2024 All-American Jersey nominations. I'm gonna start it off right with the spring calves. Thank you, Chris.
And Kathleen. If you hear your name or something you like, it's okay to cheer.
It's okay to cheer. Let's let everybody know in the room here that you're here, and let's let everybody at home know that somebody's here representing. It's a lot of work, a lot of money. We are so delighted to always have this year-end celebration of our business. So with our spring calves, I gotta put the cheaters on. Congratulations to these 6 animals and their owners and exhibitors. Starting off with Burntwood Joel Josie, exhibited by Jacob Connor Madison and M. Roy Smithgall of Perry, New York, bred by Edward Facer of East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. Freedom Lane, Kid Rock Gumdrop, exhibited by Logan and Chloe Duckett of Rudolph, Wisconsin. One of the cuter pictures we saw at Madison was Logan showing his calf. The breeder, Josh, Eli, and Noah Arp of Norwalk, Ohio. Another Freedom Lane animal, Freedom Lane VIP Gabby, exhibited by Haley Drescher and John and Grayson Van Patten of Preble, New York. Once again, bred by the Arps of Norwalk, Ohio. High Life Hot Tamale, one of the best names in the contest. Breeder and exhibitor is Haley Drescher of Preble, New York. MM Joel Rebel, congratulations to Melissa Sprecher, Caitlin Corbett, they're here, I knew it. Grant Fremstead and Dylan and Cameron Ryan of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, bred by Misty Meadow Dairy out in Tillamook, Oregon. And our final spring calf nominated, South Mountain Viva Las Vegas, exhibited by Julia Brickley, Susquehanna, Pennsylvania, and bred by our friends Ernest Keebner and Terry Packard of Boonesboro, Maryland.
Well, there you have it. You have the spring calves. Congratulations. And we'll now, Kathleen, move into the winter calves. Leading off our parade of winter calves, Budge on Vale KR Take a Shot, exhibited by Samantha Heisman from Carlisle, Illinois. Next will be Miss Vegas Joy Run through Vancouver, exhibited by Glamour View and bred by the great Madison Fisher and Petra Meyer from Maryland. Thank you. Let's hear it. I know we'll hear some noise here. Pacific Edge Joel Dallas, exhibited by Abbott, Hill, Humble, and Page. Ratliff Comerica Dana, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff. Give them a round of applause. Rock and Roll Satisfaction. Boy, that's going to be the moral of this weekend. Peyton Wright, Nicole Wright, Christy Ellsworth from Mount Morris, New York. And last but not least, Schulte Brothers Tequila Frozen, exhibited by Reagan Price and Cale Baker from Iowa. Congratulations.
And there we take just a few seconds to let everybody absorb our list here at home. There's your winter calves for 2024. Our fall calves, congratulations to Budjon Vale Joel Sweet, exhibited by Evan Jokey of Pulaski, Wisconsin, and bred by Budjon and Peter Vale, Lomira, Wisconsin. Edenrue Getaway D Dancer, exhibited by Landry and Dakota Fraley of Muncie, Pennsylvania, and bred by Gregory McMurtry of Pleasant Gap, Pennsylvania. Our third nominee, Cash In Victorious Viable, exhibited by Ernest Kiefner and Terry Packard, Boonesboro, Maryland, bred by Cash In Jerseys of Tulare, California. Fourth, Opsal JH Viva Las Vegas, exhibited by LMA Genetics, DeForest, Wisconsin, bred by Joseph and Haley Opsal, now of East Liberty, Ohio. Congratulations to everyone. That'll be a group that'll have fun today. Our next nomination, Ratliff Rock and Roll Rum, exhibited by Finley and Brody Rosa of Hillmar, California, and bred by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. And our final fall calf is Vieira Victorious Blaze, exhibited by Andrea Cicero of North Lewisburg, Ohio, and bred by Vieira Dairy Farms of Hillmar, California.
All righty, yeah, give them all a round of applause while we move on into our summer yearling class. We're going to start with Besley VIP Hokey Pokey from two of my favorite kids, Kennedy and Jaden Kimball of Maine. Shake it all around. Next, world famous prefix Carter's Corner Kid Rock Randy, exhibited by two of my favorite kids, Dylan and Cameron Ryan of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Congratulations to little mini me, I bet he's pumped. Johnson 5 Kid Vanessa, exhibited by Trusum, Trace Johnson, and Cullum of Wisconsin. Next will be MMVIP Call Me, exhibited by Katie Litvina of Wisconsin, bred by Misty Meadows. Another Schulte bred animal, Schulte Brothers Colton Fallon, exhibited by Housey and McNeil of Minnesota. Did I say that right? Hazy, sorry, excuse me. And then last but not least, Vieira Kid Rock, Georgia, exhibited by Lauren Woolrich and Elsie Carpenter of Cox Creek, Elise Carpenter from Cox Creek, Kentucky. Kentucky in the house today?
There's gotta be. They're always in the house.
We need to hear more from you.
Moving on to our spring yearlings. Congratulations to Drentex Downtown London, exhibited by Bosters, Legend Home, Bach and Brigham of Kaukauna, Wisconsin, bred by our friends Michael and Monique Bowles of Russell, Ontario. Cashian Joel Knockout, exhibited by Cameron, Kate, and Colt Kaspergen, Cashian Jerseys, and Superstition Cattle Company, also known as Mr. Todd Searles, Tulare, California, bred by Cashian. McGuire's Getaway Stella, exhibited by Jay Ackley and Jim and Valerie Spring of East Liberty, Ohio, and bred by Kyle McGuire of West Liberty, Ohio. Nuance Essence, bred and exhibited by Misty Meadow Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon. Congratulations. Stadview, Gentry Vera, I know they're in the house. We all were on the same flight together. Stadview, Gentry Vera, exhibited by Kaylee Gillette of Algoma, Wisconsin, and bred by Stadview of Litchfield, Minnesota. And our final spring yearling, Vieira's Molly's Mulatto, exhibited by Superstition Cattle Company, Hollandale, Minnesota. Todd Searles trucks her for free. She's bred by Vieira Dairy Farm of Hillmar, California. Congratulations.
Alrighty, for our winter yearlings, moving quickly through the heifers. Meadow Ridge Flawless Cranberry, exhibited by the Reeves and Andersons of Cumberland, Wisconsin, and bred by Michael Reeve. Next is Miracle Chocolate Chip Clementine, Generation Next, TJR, Cruz Delgado, and Matt Simon and Dan Siegert of Iowa. Boy, she's got a lot of owners. A lot of bosses. Next is Perennial Getaway Frosty, Clark Valley Holsteins and Pierre Boulay of Canada. Give them a round of applause there in the house. Then we've got Caleb Cole, Carter Cruzy, Gene Henderson, and Clark Morgan owning Schulte Brothers Kid Rock Philly, again bred by the Schultes. Stadview Gentry Gale, another entry bred and owned, exhibited by Stadview. Give them a round of applause. And third is Vieira Getaway to Giza. Vieira Getaway to Giza, Vieira Dairy breeders and co-exhibitors with Mark and Will Yeager from California.
Moving into our fall yearlings. Always an interesting class because they don't have that class at the All-American, but we have heifers that show all year and in the spring, and it's always an interesting class to get the entries from. Starting out with Arethusa Joel Caroline, exhibited by Tarek and Jasenko Gavranovich and Hannah Nelson of Nicollet, Minnesota, bred by Arethusa, Litchfield, Connecticut. Our next nominee is Big Time VIP Aspen's Applause, exhibited by Matt Linehan, Sienna and Claudia Ross, and Lydia Rasmussen of River Falls, Wisconsin, bred by Matt Linehan of River Falls. Our next fall yearling, Marhaven Kid Rock Mayhem, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms and Billy and Betty Heath of Hillmar, California, bred by Matt Boyce and family, Alliance, Ohio. Milk Source, Leap of Faith, exhibited by Jasmine Haig of Colby, Wisconsin. Shout out to Jasmine, she's one of my favorite young members. Bred by Milk Source of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Another crowd favorite, Pleasant Ridge Kid Rock Ella, exhibited by the Ronnie Moser family of Geneva, Indiana. Congratulations to the Mosers. And Wildweed CC Lola, exhibited by Taylor Rydell of Partyville, Wisconsin, and bred by Frank Bailing, Fox Lake, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
All right, we're going to move into the milk and yearlings, into all the cow classes now. We're going to lead off this parade with Discovery's Bontino Genesis. Discovery Genetics, give them a round of applause. Next will be Herds Rockin' Sylvia, exhibited by all the Casbergen kids and cash-in jerseys, Tulare, California, bred by Nathan Wade. Third will be Liberty Gen Victorious Venus, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics and bred by Liberty Genetics. Third in the house is Ratliff Victorious Virtue, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff, also the breeders. Rogu Kid Rock Nalia, exhibited by River Valley Farms, Tremont, Illinois, and bred by Ferrum Roga in Stansted, Quebec. And then last will be Schulte Brothers Kid Rock Cobra, bred by the Schultes and exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff. Congratulations.
Congratulations. It was a beautiful class this year, those milking yearlings. Moving into our summer junior 2-year-olds. Congratulations to Brylan Eskin Spirit, exhibited by Kilgus Dairy and Carla Camber and Riker Kilgus of Fairbury, Illinois, bred by Ryan and Linda Raymer and Pleasant Nook Jerseys of Fisherville, Ontario. Lots of show winners from that family. Next, Discovery's VIP Esther. Congratulations to River Valley Farm of Tremont, Illinois, and who exhibited at Esther, her breeder, Kevin Craigie, and Lisa Demmer of Ellsworth, Wisconsin. Key Manor, Victorious Bambino, exhibited by Jay Ackley and Jim and Valerie Spring of East Liberty, Ohio. They're in the house. Bred by Key Manor Holsteins of Stratford, Ontario. Our next nominee, MM Kid Rock Candy, bred and exhibited by Misty Meadow Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon. It's fun having the Tillamook crowd here, isn't it? Pretty steady cheers in the back.
And the bars appreciate their patronage.
I think they really appreciated it last night. The bars that would let them in.
And the security staff.
Right. Eventually came onto the scene. Next, congratulations again, Schulte Brothers, Victorious Future, exhibited by Kitely and Core and Schulte Brothers, Watkins, Iowa. And our final nominee in our summer junior trio class, Villanova, Joel Valley, exhibited by TNL Cattle And Mike Berry, Paula Butte, Oregon, bred by Ellen L. Pierce of Modesto, California. Congratulations.
Okay, moving into the junior 2-year-old class. We'll lead this announcement with Arethusa Colton Creamy, Addie Partners, and Jamie and Blair Weeks from Arizona and where are they from? Pleasant Valley, PEI. We miss you, Jamie and Blair. Bred by Arethusa. We miss Jamie. Eaton Home Joyride Reba is our second nomination, exhibited by Vieira Dairy, Hillmar, California, bred by Eaton and the Borbas. Next is Freedom Lane Kid Rock Giselle, exhibited by Pacific Edge and bred by the Arps of Norwalk, Ohio. Then we have Gordon's Joel Gracious, exhibited by the Gordon family of Warsaw, Indiana, bred and exhibited. Congratulations to the Gordons. Look Out, I'm Dazzling, exhibited by Bristol Cattle Company and Bridgerland Jerseys of Newton, Utah, bred by Lookout and Elite Haven. And last is Royalty Ridge River Song Hero, exhibited by the Lancasters and Seaholms and bred by them of Tillamook, Oregon.
Congratulations. It's nice to have an entry from Gordon's. I think they were first-time entrants maybe into the contest, so that was really fun when you get people that are participating for the first time. Our senior 2-year-olds. Starting off with the Nets VIP Annie. She's probably no surprise, exhibited by Budjon Farms and Peter Vale, and bred by Nichols, Friesen, Sell, and Stanford of Watertown, Wisconsin.
Come on, let us hear it.
Next, Carnation Video Melisandre, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms of Hillmar, California, and bred by Derek Karn of Woodstock, Ontario. Our next nominee in the senior 2-year-olds is Cookstar Fizz Mad Obsession, exhibited by Clark Valley Holsteins and Pierre Boulet of Woodville, Ontario, bred by Brock Hoskins of Westby, Wisconsin. Next nominee, MM Gentry Juniper, exhibited by R&R Dairy, Pacific Edge of Tillamook, Oregon, bred by their neighbors, Misty Meadow Dairy in Tillamook, Oregon. Our next nominee, another cow from Tillamook, MM VIP Ruby, this time bred and exhibited by Misty Meadow Dairy. And our final nominee in our senior 2-year-old class, Pine Haven Victorious Taya, exhibited by River Valley Farm of Tremont, Illinois, and bred by Pine Haven Farm way out in Oxford, Nova Scotia. Congratulations to all of our breeders and exhibitors.
All right, junior 3-year-olds. Budjon Vale, Andreas Dakota, bred and exhibited by Budjon and Peter Vale. Second is Budjon Vale Victorious Blake, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff, and Mason and Jackson Gettle of Kansas, bred by Budjon and Vale. That's all right. Cheer. Come on, Christy, crank it up. Christy came all the way from Kansas, and she's not. Christy, if you're at the NFR finals, would you be cheering? Yeah, so let's crank it up. LC Reckless Armadillo, exhibited by Lynn Crass, Pacific Edge, Sophie Lease, and Brett Rocha of Tillamook, Oregon, bred by the Leaches of Kansas. Next is Lookout Joel She's Spicy from River Valley Farms in Illinois and bred by Lookout. Next, bred and exhibited by Milk Source is Milk Source FV Joel Mafia. Again, bred and exhibited by Milk Source Farm, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. And then last but not least, and I think we're going to burn the house down with this one, let us hear it, Pacific Edge VIP Tessa, exhibited by the great Colton Seals and Brent Rocha, bred by Brent Rocha, Tillamook, Oregon. One more round of applause.
Certainly a cow that caught a wide swath this year was our girl Tessa. Moving on to our senior 3-year-old class. Another cow with a wide swath through the ring this year, GMBV Joel Dixie, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics, Kaukauna, Wisconsin, and bred by Rosa Finley of Hillmar, California. Our next nominee, Cashin Kid Rock Ariel, exhibited by Cameron Kate Colt Kasbergen and Cashin Jerseys of Tulare, California, and bred by Cashin. Next in our senior 3-year-old list, Pacific Edge VIP Di Serono, bred and exhibited by Pacific Edge of Tillamook, Oregon. RJF Video Milady, exhibited by Jason Lutrup and Hazel Lutrup of Berlin, Wisconsin, and bred by Robert Gerald of Corbellville, Ontario. Our next nominee in our senior 3-year-old class, Royalty Ridge RF VIP Friday, exhibited by Ryan Lancaster and Roger Flugel of Tillamook, Oregon. And our final entry, Wooddale Joel Vanessa, exhibited by Megan Hill and Richard Secord of Bristol, Vermont, and bred by Nick Depew of Argyle, New York. Congratulations. There's our list of senior 3-year-olds.
Well, we're getting into the great ones now. We're into the 4-year-old class. The first nominee is Arethusa Victorious Vidia from Misty Meadows Dairy in Oregon, and bred by Arethusa. Go ahead. Herman Cuba Whisper, exhibited by Triple T, Michael Heath, Kelly Barbie from Ohio, bred by Hob Lutz of South Carolina. Next is Lookout She's Got It, exhibited and bred by Borbas and Lookout in Canada. Next is Oh My Victorious Parade, exhibited by Vieira Dairy, and you got to help me with that Wisconsin name, can you? Omakin family of Wisconsin. Next will be Ratliff Irwin Cadillac. Christy likes to drive a Cadillac. Bred by Ron and Christy Ratliff. And then last is Wooddale Gentry Gold Dust, exhibited by Caitlin Portress of Massachusetts, and again bred by the Depews of Argyle, New York. Congratulations.
That's a wonderful story on Gold Dust. I don't know if everybody knows, but the cow is missing an eye. And Caitlin said, nope, we're going to show her that way. We're not going to put a false eye in her. And that's just been a wonderful story. And we love Caitlin and we love that cow. And
if any lose an eye tonight, there's still a future for you.
You can still be nominated. You can still be nominated. On to our 5-year-old class. Tim said we're getting into the heavy hitters now. First up in our 5-year-old class, Big Guns, Andreas Velvet, exhibited by Bud John Farms in Peter Vale of Lomira, Wisconsin, bred by Madison Fisher. Says Newville, Pennsylvania. We'll also give him credit for Frostburg, Maryland. Congratulations. Next up, JPL Joel Adelia, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms of Hillmar, California, and bred by Farm JPL Sink, Warwick, Quebec. Our next 5-year-old, Cavetta Colton Delilah, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farms, Hillmar, California, bred by Kevin and Annetta Harrington, Dansville, New York. Up next in our 5-year-old class, Pacific Edge Premier Diva, bred and exhibited by Pacific Edge, Tillamook, Oregon. Another one-name cow, Rivendell VIP Eloise, exhibited by Vieira Dairy Farm, Hillmar, California, and bred by Rivendell Farms, Burgettstown, Pennsylvania. And our final 5-year-old, cow that was impressive all year, Springview Joel Kinsley, exhibited by Bud John Farms in Peter Vale of Lomira, Wisconsin, bred by Paul and Kimberly Hyatt of Milverton, Ontario. Beautiful class of 5-year-olds. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors.
Well, I'm pretty lucky I get to do the age cows, and there's some big names here. Let's start with Meadow Ridge Bang Bang Polly, exhibited by the Reeves and Andersons of Cumberland, Wisconsin, bred by the Reeve family. Next is Miss Ronde Rosabella, exhibited by Mia Smith and Camry Maurer of Wisconsin, and bred by the DeLongs and Thompsons of Missouri. Next is Pleasant Knob Barnabas Augusta, exhibited by Brock and Kaylee Little of New York, and bred by the Rims of New York as well. Next is Royalty Ridge Riversong Havana, exhibited by the Lancasters and Seaholms, and bred by them as well from Tillamook, Oregon. A favorite name will be Stony Point Joel Bailey, exhibited by Vieira Dairy and bred by the Mares of Tawnytown, Maryland. And last but not least, bred and exhibited by Woodmore Gentle Jane from Wisconsin, exhibited and bred by Woodmore.
Congratulations to those age cows. I get the pleasure of our lifetime production cow class, which was another great one. First up, Cowbell Viral Ringruma, the cow with the unforgettable name, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas, bred by Christine Sheasley Rosler, New York. Our next lifetime production cow, Ratliff Money Vixen, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff, Garnett, Kansas. 2 in a row.
2 in a row. Come on, Christy.
Another campaigner. She's built up a fan base over the years. Rolling Spring Premier Lucille, exhibited by Evan Jokey of Pulaski, Wisconsin, bred by Matthew Bean of Franklin, Pennsylvania. Our next nominee, SSF Andreas Camilla, exhibited by Ernest Kiefner and Terry Packard of Boonesboro, Maryland, bred by Jennifer Gordon of Warsaw, Indiana. Next nominee, Stony Point Colton Edel, exhibited by Claire Avery Lauren and Grace Starr of Tulare, California, bred by John and Julie Meyer of Teeny-Town, Maryland. And our final lifetime production cow, Sugarbrook Joel Jeopardy, exhibited by Cameron Kate, Colt Kasbergen, and Cash-In Jerseys of Tulare, California, bred by Van Spencer and Tori Carter of Troy, Pennsylvania. Now we'll move into our group class.
Yeah, got some of our favorites to announce, and Chris, I will say in a lot of these nominations we have heifers selling from these people, so a little shameless promotion before tomorrow. Junior best 3, I don't dare start. Junior best 3 females. Bud John and Vale, Lomira, Wisconsin, have a junior best 3 nomination. Second is Meadow Ridge Jerseys from Cumberland, Wisconsin. And then the Schulte family from Watkins, Iowa has a nomination. We're gonna get rowdy with this one. Steadview from Litchfield, Minnesota, let's hear it for Chad and Stacy and their team. Congratulations. Vieira Dairy from Hillmar, California have a junior nomination. And last but not least, the young star Mason Zimba of Durhamville, New York, has a nomination for this group. Congratulations.
Congratulations. It's always such an accomplishment with these breeder groups. It is hard to do. Moving on to our senior best 3. Congratulations to Bud John Farms in Petervale, Lomira, Wisconsin. Our next senior best 3 group that was nominated, a group from Misty Meadow Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon, group number 1. And next, separate group number 2 from Misty Meadow Dairy, Tillamook, Oregon. Congratulations, that takes a lot of doing. Our next nominee, also from Tillamook, Oregon, but this time they pulled out of the driveway at Pacific Edge. Come here. Again, maybe another one that's not a surprise. Next up is Ron and Christy Ratliff, Ratliff Jerseys of Garnett, Kansas. And our final group from the town that dominated this class, Tillamook, Oregon, congratulations to the Lancasters at Royalty Ridge Jerseys with their senior best 3 group.
You know what my assessment, Kathleen, is? My assessment is Tillamook doesn't just make good cheese, they get good Jersey cows. Since Tillamook.
They might have just a few good Jersey cows there. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a nominated animal out there. And we'll finish up with our final group class here. Congratulations to these exhibitors with their produce of dams. We're going to read off the cow's name and the exhibitors because this is a class that recognizes the prowess of that particular dam. Here's one. Tim, you might cheer a little bit. Produce of dam, a cow that you owned at one time. Produce of Arethusa Veronica's Comet. What is that, 15 years later? More God, no.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Gift that she has been something. Exhibited by Ernest Kiefner, Terry Packard, and Megan Mead of Boonesboro, Maryland. I know Mike's here. Congratulations. Yep, let's hear it. Next up, the produce of PA A+ Genie Dramatic, exhibited by Bud John Farms and Peter Vale of Lomira, Wisconsin. Our next group, have some cheers on this one from different spots. The produce of Ratliff Colton Darien, exhibited by Pacific Edge of Tillamook, Oregon. There you go. Next, produce of Royalty Ridge Riversong Hazel, exhibited by Royalty Ridge Jerseys, Tillamook, Oregon. Fifth on the list here in alphabetical, our produce of SV Heath H-Gun Corolla. Cow owned by the Schulte brothers. This pair was exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff and Brock Hoskins of Garnett, Kansas. Congratulations to the Schultes, congratulations to Corolla and those exhibitors. And our final produce of DAM is the produce of Page Crest Cheers Valley, exhibited by Stadview Jerseys, Litchfield, Minnesota. Congratulations. Half an hour on the dot, not too bad. We're getting better at it.
Well done, Kat.
We're paring it down. So we're going to, I think, keep it running, right, Julie? Otherwise, so we don't have to reset the video links and everything. We're going to take a little break. And
Right up there. Hey,
and then our red and white
no, what's
are coming. I think maybe not much of a break. So we're going to roll right into our...
And the syrup contest, if you have not tasted the syrup and entered the syrup contest, go back and see the girls so we can get a winner picked after the Holsteins. We'll turn it over to these handsome young men.
Is everybody having fun? Don't forget George is in the back. He's still got some food left. We got to eat the food. Tip your bartenders and waitresses. And have a blast. Nick, if you'd like to get started, he's going to tell you a little bit about the red and whites.
All right, so we've had a great time here so far. Hopefully everybody's excited. We're going to get started with the red and white open contest for our nominations. The group classes and the juniors.
Got a lot of feedback.
Yeah, we do. Hopefully it's positive, not negative.
Oh, he's fixed it.
So what we're going to do here is we'll have the group classes and the juniors posted later this afternoon. We're just going to roll through the opens, and obviously those will be posted as soon as we are done. But Julie, are we ready to go? Excellent. We're going to start with spring calves.
1 second, Nick.
Mike, there we go. Now we got a mic. All right. Hello, hello. All right. I'm not going to move. We'll see if this thing stays up. All right. First spring calf we've got Solid Gold AL Lima B Red ET, exhibited by Michael and Cynthia Weimer and breeder Michael and Cynthia Weimer. Congratulations. Next up, Dirk Acres Riverbank Red ET, exhibited by Gemma Ober and bred by Derek Durkee. Camps RX. Camps RX a deep red.
Mike Man, we need you.
Hello, there we go. Camps RX Dice Adika Red, exhibited by Reggie and Christy Camps and bred by Reggie and Christy Camps. Next up is Royal Vista Brie Red ET, exhibited by Royal Vista Holsteins and bred by Royal Vista Holsteins. Little Home Shizo Red ET, exhibited by Anthony Little and bred by Anthony Little of Argyle, New York. And our last spring calf, Hill and Hollow Analyst Abbey Red, exhibited by Liliana Kuhn and bred by Liliana Kuhn. Congratulations to our spring calves.
All right, I'll be reading the winter calves. The first winter calf is Red Violet, the North Red ET, exhibited by Haley Abram and Ella Spinolis of Illinois and bred by Jonathan Heinsohn and Tim Zimba of Illinois and Wisconsin. Rounding out the second hole is Stransholm Tango Ginger Red, exhibited by Jerome Stransky and bred by the Stranskys of Minnesota as well. Next hole is filled by Mary Lee St. Cherish Red for Mary Lee Holsteins of the great state of New York. And folks, don't be afraid to clap for these people. It's a lot of work. Let's put it together for them. Coming up next is that beautiful heifer that Kylie led, Far Near, All Eyes on Me, exhibited by Hockett, Zimba, Windstar, Hippen, and Wright of the great states of about 15 different states, and bred by Far Near Holsteins in Iowa. Next up on the list, bred and owned in the great state of Wisconsin, Linvale Roberta Red, exhibited by Travis and Savannah Crollo and William Schultz III, and also bred by Bill. Next up, they're in the house. Let's hear it for Carnview Warrior Bell Red. She's exhibited by Tom and Aaron Uber, Mikey Uber, Jordan and Amber London, and Charlene Tanis from Pennsylvania. And she is bred by a farm by the name of Carnview. Let's hear it for Carnview. Next up is your fall calves.
All right, with the fall calves, first one up, Milk Source, A Tierney Red ET, bred, exhibited by Jim Butler, Pierre Boulay, and Adam Clark, and bred by Milk Source LLC. Next fall calf, Red Lily Arch Libby Red ET, exhibited by Eaton Holsteins and Glamourview Farm, and bred by Eaton Holsteins and Glamourview of Syracuse, New York. Next up is Cherry H&S Warrior Ribbon Red ET, exhibited by Lily Marshman and bred by Doug Boop and Cale Hemberry of Pennsylvania. Next one in our fall calf class, Quiet Cove Hot Topic Red, exhibited by Quiet Cove Holsteins of Ohio and bred by Quiet Cove. And then we have Crest Hill Strand on Red, exhibited by BRC Ferry, L&OK Crest, and bred by Owen and Kendall Crest of Wisconsin. And then our last fall calf coming up, Linvale Journey Pizzazz Red, TNS Crollo and Bill Schultz, and bred by Bill Schultz of Waldo, Wisconsin. Congratulations to our fall calves.
Next up is your summer yearlings. Your summer yearlings are led off by the undefeated Ocean View Sweeter in Red, exhibited by Kaylee Gwillette and bred by Ocean View of Wisconsin. Coming up in the second hole is Quiet Cove Tater Tot Red, exhibited by Quiet Cove of Ohio and bred by Quiet Cove as well. Coming in next is Camps RX Tate Grace Red, exhibited by Reggie and Christy Camps, and also bred by Reggie and Christy of Wisconsin. Coming in next is Potluck Diamondback Abbey Red for our friend Austin Schmidt, and she's bred by Potluck Holsteins and Select Farms. Next up from the great state of New York, a heifer we liked all year, River Cross LN Domino Red, exhibited and bred by Cassie Menendez of New York. Next up from the great state of Iowa, Danoff Starlight Red, exhibited by Zachary Danhoff and bred by his parents Jason and Sherry Danoff. And that rounds out our summer yearlings.
All right, now on to our spring yearlings. Crescent Mead, Just Joy Red ET, exhibited by the Windorf.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it for him. And bred by Grady and Lynn Windorf. Next up, M Divine, W Lady Jane Red ET, exhibited by Cooper Merrill and bred by Cooper Merrill of Fayette, New York. Synergy Scony Red ET, exhibited by Gary Brightlow and bred by Evan Jokey out of Wisconsin. Let's hear it for Synergy Scony Red ET. Next up, Bentley Ooh La La Red ET, exhibited by Jacob and Claire Bentley and bred by Jacob and Claire Bentley of Pulaski, Wisconsin. Next up on our spring yearlings, Cookie Cutter Rainbow Red ET, exhibited by Ford and Evelyn Getty and bred by Cookie Cutter Holsteins of New York. Let's hear it for them. And then our final spring yearling, Bella Ridge War Magical Red, exhibited by Jacob, Logan, Madison Harbaugh, and Adele and Ainsley Lord, and bred by them as well. Congratulations to our spring yearlings.
At the Royal.
Moving on to the winter yearling class. Heifer that's named after this weekend, Bentley Let's Party Red, exhibited by J&C Bentley, J&M, Fortdale, Plow, and Stitches Holsteins, and bred by the Bentleys of Wisconsin. Next up, She sells tomorrow, and her name is Cash Hills WR Luxor Red, exhibited by Caitlin Abbott. Has she made it yet? Yes, she is here. The birthday girls in the house, Caitlin Abbott, Matt and Sarah Hallbaker, and then she is bred by Jeff Hill, Benjamin Cashell, and Hallbaker. Next up, Keith Bland Prodigy Red, exhibited by Bree, Ava, and Bryson Kiefer of the great state of Minnesota, and also bred by the Kiefers. Next up, they're in the house, Winright Altitude Tsunami Red, exhibited by Brian Coyne and Patrick Crave of the great state of Wisconsin. And she's bred by Enrights, and I don't know how to say that name, I never have, Jacquemet Holsteins, I probably butchered it. Next up, Rock Edge WR Rhinestone Red from Rock Edge Holsteins, and she is bred by Nicole Brogy of Wisconsin. Next up, he's in the house. Let's get loud for Jesse and Kylie Muse with Miley Warrior Grande Red, exhibited by the ever famous Jesse Muse from the great state of Kentucky, and she's bred by Anna Crossan. Congratulations, Jesse and Kylie. Moving on.
And now for our final heifer class, the fall yearling class, a name that we've heard already, Chris. Bentley Lovin' War Red ET, exhibited and owned and bred by Jake and Claire Bentley of Pulaski, Wisconsin. Sea Valley Reigns Mia Khalifa is the next one up, exhibited by Schluter, Reed, Thorman, and Carter, and bred by Sea Valley Holsteins. Third in the fall yearlings on our nomination list is Hodgland Swingman Lust Red, exhibited by C&H Froelich, D. Morlock, and E. Laney, and bred by Adam Hodgins. Next up, WOCC Warrior Edith Red, exhibited by Haley Abram and Ellen Bryn Spinolas, and bred by White Oaks Cattle Company, LLC, and Spinolas. Next on the list for our fall yearlings, Royal Review Promise Red TW, exhibited by Doug Brown and bred by Doug Brown, Colesburg, Iowa.
Jesse, you nervous?
Are you ready, Jesse? All right, next up, Miley Warrior Galore Red, exhibited by Jesse Muse and bred by Anna Crossan.
2 for 2, Jesse. Keep it going.
And that'll conclude our heifer classes. Moving into our milking cows.
Next up is your milking yearlings. Let's hear it for Elmview Farms on their new cow, Cherry Laura Robin P. Red, exhibited by Philip McCormick, Bethany Aberline, and now owned by Randy and Deb Frazier of Elmview Farms, and bred by Cale Hambry of Pennsylvania. Let's hear it for Elmview. Next up, another Elmview, Curvale Journey Ada Red, exhibited by Elmview Farm and bred by Emma Curry. Give Randy a big round of applause. They are in the house, the first 2 milking yearlings. Coming in the third spots, Terry Lee Jordy Jungle, exhibited by Mount Elgin Dairy, Bremont Farms, Pierre Boulay, and Clark Valley, and bred by Terry Lee Holsteins. Give them a round of applause. Next up, Hillrose Moving Ash Red ET, exhibited by Mikey Meyer and bred by Joe Brantmeyer of Wisconsin. Coming in the next hole, Crest Hill, they're in the house, Sunglaze Red, exhibited by Nevaeh, Emmett, Ty, and Reese Chupp of the great state of Oklahoma, and bred by Owen and Kendall Kress of Wisconsin. Congratulations. Next up, another Hillrose Analyst Ollie Red ET, exhibited by Caleb Pond and bred by Joe Brantmeyer of Wisconsin. That rounds out your fall yearlings in milk.
And on to our summer junior 2-year-olds. MS, MD, Decker Bush Apple Red, exhibited by Lookout Farm and Egolf Holsteins of Indiana, and bred by M&J Decker, Deckertown Holsteins. Next up, Elmview Altitude Red Velvet Red, exhibited by Elmview Farm and bred by Elmview Farm, Johnstown, New York. Next on the list. That's right, give it up, everybody.
By the way, her daughter sells tomorrow.
Pretty good plug there, Chris. Next up, Weeksdale Geordie Red Wine Red, exhibited by Tony and Catherine Coles, Kristen and Ramey Mackinson, and bred by Weeksdale Holsteins and Rocky Allen. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Tony.
Next up, Nonadale Living It Up. Fern Blondin, Nonadale and Fairdale of Canada, and bred by Nonadale Farms as well. Next on our list, Flower Book. Hell Carmina Red, exhibited by Andrew Stewie and bred by Andrew Stewie of Minnesota. And our final summer junior 2-year-old, Dry House JK ALG, which I'm assuming is a Allegiant, yes. Allegiant Audrey Red, exhibited by Michael Yoder and Judith King, and bred by Michael Yoder and Judith King. Those are summer junior 2-year-olds.
Moving on to our spring junior 2s, the first one on the list. Let's hear it for R.V. Smith War Games Red, exhibited by L.H.&B Smith, E. Gunst, C&L Zimba, F&L Heinsohn, and bred by Travis Smith, Tim Zimba, and John Heinsohn. Congratulations to the 47 people that owned her. Next up, Gay Ray, MD, Westview Genetics, Barbara Red, exhibited by Alicia and Jonathan. They're in the house. Give them a big round of applause. And bred by Dr. Matt and Jace Bar-Filion of Quebec. Next up on the list, L. Miller Time, High Heels in Red, exhibited by Lexa Miller and bred by Lexa Miller. Congratulations, Miss Miller. Next up, we've got a duo from the same farm. First is Rocky Run Jor Alaska Red, exhibited by Golden Oaks Farms and bred by Briley Tucker, who's in the house, and Hadley Oak, who's represented in the house. Congratulations. Next up, world famous prefix, Lucky Apex P Queen Red, exhibited by Golden Oaks and bred by Lucky Holsteins. And rounding out our spring junior 2-year-olds, we have a daughter of Beth, Miss Beth Late Night Birdie E.T., exhibited by Rocky Top and Mitch Hockett of Tennessee, and bred by Ransom Rail and the great world famous Robert Landis. Congratulations.
Now, on to our senior 2-year-olds. First up, Rocky Run, MV Arcadia Red E.T., exhibited by Golden Oaks Farms and bred by Briley Tucker and Kate Leo. Next on our senior 2-year-old list, Pondview Butterscotch Red, exhibited by Jim and Val Spring and Jay Ackley, and bred by Cody and Kayla Pond. Congratulations. Lucky Altitude Addie Red E.T., exhibited by Tom and Rick Simon, and bred by Matt Engel of Illinois. Seamers A-Hot 3614 Run Red E.T., exhibited by Darlington Ridge Farms and bred by Seamers Holstein of Wisconsin. I believe there's a big gather, isn't it? Yep, that's what I thought. Dirk Acres Apple Tonic Red, exhibited by Milk Source LLC and bred by Derek Durkee. And then our final senior 2-year-old.
Listen here, in the house.
MS King's Ransom Dice Red, exhibited by and bred by King's Ransom Farm, Waddington, New York. Congratulations.
All right, moving on to the junior trees. Londondale LYST Scarlet Red, exhibited and bred by the great Jordan London of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Jordan. The next cow on the list, again, world famous prefix, Luck E. Devour Akuza Red, exhibited by Golden Oaks Farm and bred by Lucky Holsteins, both from the great state of Illinois. Coming in next, Cooperus Altitude Ruby Red, exhibited by Lundcrest Farms, Matt Cooperus, and bred by Matt Cooperus of the great state of New York. Next on the list, Milk Source Tantalized Red, exhibited by Taylor Heft and Bradley Beals and bred by Milk Source LLC. Coming in next, here you go, Casper. Camps RX Appleby Archer Red ET. Choice sells tomorrow, exhibited by Reggie and Christy Camps and the world famous Joe Casper of Nashville, Tennessee, now owned by Hodgland Holsteins in Ontario. Bred by Reggie and Christy Camps. Congratulations. And our final entry for the junior 3-year-old red and whites, put it together for Berkmar Altitude Adley Red, exhibited by Allison Lane and Callum Francis and bred by Alan and Erica Lundberg. Congratulations on all the junior 3-year-old nominations.
And now heading into our senior 3-year-old class. We've heard them before. Wild Weed Warrior Maui Red, exhibited by Elmview Farm and bred by Frank Belling.
Congratulations.
Murr James, Unstoppable Ava Red, exhibited by Curry Holsteins and Jamie Lee Crawford and bred by Jamie Lee Crawford, Rome, Pennsylvania. Next up, Rocky Road Moving Artist Red, exhibited by Elmview Farm and bred by Jenna Roki. Now we have Valapier Artisan Alice, exhibited by B. LaHoo and Phil's Incorporated and bred by Firm Valapier Incorporated of Canada. That was about as bad as I was going to do on that one. Next up, Gloucester Roll-A-Dice Red, exhibited by Delaney, Callie, and Cooper Barber, and bred by Lookout Holstein, Gloucester Holsteins of Canada as well. And our final senior three. Sonnenbrook Ashanti Red, Ryan Sonnenberg, breeder, exhibitor, owner, congratulations.
All right, we're coming down the home stretch here, and we got the world famous classes coming up next. Your 6 4-year-olds. The first one is the winner, Willie's Serendipitous Legacy Red. I butchered that too, but we know who she is. For Oakfield Corners Dairy and bred by Willie Holsteins of New York. Congratulations, Legacy's in. Next on the list, Milk Source Torrent Red E.T. Steiny's cow, exhibited by Milk Source LLC and bred by Milk Source LLC. Next on the list is MS Adringa's Light Red E.T. for our friends at Rocky Top Holsteins and Mitch Hockett and bred by Chip Savage and Samuel Light. Coming in next, Nisley Jen Ranger Donut Red, exhibited by Madison and Tyler Sodden and bred by Sam Nisley of Georgia/Alabama. Next on the list is Milk Source Awesome Time Red, exhibited by Tristan Ostrom and bred by Tristan as well. And rounding out our 4-year-old class, the next one is Moral Unstoppable 4207 Red, exhibited and bred by Moral Farm Dairy LLC of New Hampshire. That rounds it out for the 4-year-olds. Next up, our 5-year-olds. Take it away, Nick.
5-year-olds on the list from the great state of Indiana. MS Shayna Snowstorm, bred and exhibited by Lookwell Farm, Bob Osborne and Kay Tissing. Next up, Premium Apple Crisp Lily Red, exhibited by Butler View Farm and bred by Francis Monroe. Chanalta Unstoppable, Rihanna Red, bred by Straub and Son Dairy, but exhibited by Elmview Farm. And then we have Milk Source Tantum Red, bred and exhibited by Milk Source LLC of Kokona, Wisconsin. Cashel's Unstoppable Cutie Red E.T., exhibited by Elmview Farm and bred by Ben and Chase Cashel.
Congratulations, what a day they're having.
And then our final 5-year-old, Plumline Chili Pepper Red, exhibited by Brooke Carey and bred by Brooke Carey of Titusville, Pennsylvania.
All right, now a class that's just filled with famous cows from one end to the other. Your age cow class. The first one, and we're going to hear a loud roar for this one. Gloucester, California, All-Out Red, exhibited by Jay Ackley and Don Simpson of Ohio, and bred by Lookout and Gloucester of Quebec. Congratulations on All-Out Red, your reserve grand cow. The next one of my favorites, one of Jamie's favorites. Hercroft Awesome Lily Ann Red, exhibited by Oakfield Corners Dairy and bred by late classifier Mr. Devin Hurley, a wonderful gentleman. Next up, Miss Pretty Playful Red, exhibited by Maple Downs Farms in Peter Vale of New York and bred by Triple T, Michael P, and Mike Berry of Ohio, Maryland, and Oregon. Next up, Star KY Blue, you ever heard of them? Adelaide Red E.T., exhibited by Golden Oaks Farms and bred by Premier Star, H&K Hoffman, and the world famous Kentucky Bluegrass Genetics. Next cow coming up, certainly no stranger, she gets in every year. Gabriel Red Diamond Red, exhibited by Landry and Dakota Fraley of Pennsylvania and bred by Jasper Philon. Next up and rounding out the age cow class is Shoresbrook Awesome Pumpkin Red, exhibited by Randall and Meredith Shores and bred by Randall and Meredith of Pennsylvania. Congratulations to all of our age cow entries.
And now for our final class, let's make sure we get some noise and excitement here. Just as famous a cows in our 125,000-pound cow class. Starting out, LME Armani Rascal Red, exhibited by Brock Little and bred by Doug and Janelle Moore. Up next, Reinerson Rainy Razzie Red, exhibited by Matthew and Kay Smith and Jonathan Hincham, and bred by Donald H. Ryerson III. Our next nominee, Holbrook Spa Chisel Red, exhibited by Peyton, Bria, and Elena Olbrich, and bred by Morgan Olbrich. Highcroft Absolute Lily Red, exhibited by Eaton Holsteins and Glamourview Farm, and bred by Highcroft Holsteins is our next nominee. And down to our final two. Oakfield Addiction Emoji Red, bred and exhibited by Alicia Lamb of Oakfield Corners, New York. And our final 125,000-pound cow nominee, ZBW Zim's Listen to Me Red, exhibited and bred by Mason Zimba of New York. And that concludes our red and white nominees for All-American. I think we're going to start with black and whites here soon, but thank you to everybody, and congratulations to all of our nominees.
Okay, while we're waiting for Miss Kathleen to come back, George Marashi, anybody like George's food? Is Five Monkeys not the best food in the world? He's going to tell us a little about his food and his program in a minute. And the girls running the syrup contest say that now you've got, right now, we're going to do 2 heats. Oh, it's your last chance. And then everybody that tasted it, come back and try it one more time, because they're going to have a winner of Heat 1 and a winner of Heat 2, and you guys are going to pick the overall champion. And boy, you're in big trouble, because I just tasted it, and I could tell which one was yours. It was last, dead last. So anyway, maple syrup contest, plenty of food back there, and I've got Miss Kathleen back. Let's hammer this home.
We are efficient this year. Yeah, there's no waiting for anyone. Nobody's too messed up yet. I want to put one more plug in for the maple syrup contest. The women running this, if you saw the logistics of this thing, it boggles your mind. They got it all set up and laid out, and there's heats and there's flights and there's different things. So fantastic cause. It's going to be in memorial of some of our favorite people in the industry. It's been a tough couple years for people that we've lost. So please, everybody here, get in. You can also give us a shout if you just want to donate, right, Tim? Tim will take your money.
We'll take your money today or tomorrow or the next day.
Always good. So we're going to start off. I started the jerseys. We're going to let Tim kick off the Holsteins with our spring calves.
Well, let's start off with spring calves, and we'll fly through the Holsteins. Bud John, MB, Eyes Wide Open, exhibited by Seamers Holsteins, bred by Bud John and Heartland. Next is Hit the Brakes.
We got a little technical issue in the room here. You people at home might be okay, but we've lost our monitor. There we go, here in the room. Excellent, we're off. Congratulations to Eyes Wide Open. Are yours? Well.
Next is Maple Home Master Naomi, exhibited by Logan Brass and exhibited by Sarah Feldman. And they are psyched. That's the reaction we expect. Next is Ocean View, Say It's So, exhibited by the Perro, Ford, and help me with that, Peschel family. Perro, Ford, and Peschel from New Mexico, bred by Ocean View. Peace and Plenty, Hanks, Juby 122, exhibited by Clark and Lois Woodmansee of Connecticut, bred by the Schwartzbecks. Next is Rencrest, Han, Limoncello, exhibited and bred by Rencrest Farm, And then, oh boy, we're going to have some hooting. Get ready, Jack. Yellowstone, see you, hallelujah. Hogue, Diamond, and Wadeland of Ogden, Utah.
Congratulations. That's our spring calf class. Got to put my cheaters on for our winter calves. We'll kick off our winter calves with our, I believe, our Expo class winner, Besley HG Blue Sky, exhibited by Clark Valley Holsteins of Woodville, Ontario, bred by Besley, Dan Hubden, and Dwayne Gibbs, Yarker, Ontario. Next up, Ms. BHL King Wildberry, exhibited by Kyle Anderson of Newton, Utah, and bred by Jaden and Kennedy Kimball, Lookout Holsteins and Elite Haven Genetics of Windham, Maine. Our next one, get ready here, Ms. Emoji Femme Fatale Exotic. Congratulations, Joey and Haley Opsel and Ramy and Kristen Mackinson. Says here, I think, St. John's, East Liberty, formerly of Wisconsin. They've been on the move, but I think they found a home in Ohio now. Congratulations to Joey and Haley. Bred by Nails, Crescent Mead, La Femme Fatale, some of my favorite women in the business, and Milk Source of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Our next winter calf is from a perennial enter and successful nominee, Petitclair Crush Time Atika, by our well-known friends Ferme Petitclair, Sambasi, Quebec. Our next winter calf that caught a lot of eyeballs, I think, on Wednesday, Red Violet, the North Red, exhibited by Haley Abraham and Ella Spinolis of Harvard, Illinois, bred by Jonathan Heinsohn and Timothy Zimba, Kirkland, Illinois. And our final entry, Winwright Sidekick Creme Brulee, exhibited by Brian Enright, Frank and Diane Borba, and Brandon Almeida, Winchester, Ontario, bred by Enright, Borba, Almeida, and Liberty Genetics of Winchester, Ontario. Congratulations.
Well, next will be the fall calves, and we're going to start with Millibro, Detective Moosabel, exhibited by Butler View, Clark Valley, and Mike Beaver, bred by Fair Millibro of Quebec. Next, from our friends in Indiana, the beer family, Miss Maisel Master Sangria, again, bred and exhibited by the beer family of Bern, Indiana. Next, Quebec bred, heifer bred and owned, Repa, DRH Gemma Tattoo. Parento and Baudouin, the exhibitors from Durham, Sud, Quebec. I still knew that. It was beautiful. Next, I can say this one. Yellowstone Talani, is that right, David? Talani, a hot Talani, exhibited by La Femme Fatale, Syndicate of Milk Source Genetics, bred by Hogue, Diamond, and Wadeland. The next one, Yellowstone Tallulah. Tallulah, good grief, we need easier names. Hawbaker, Hill, Hogue, Diamond, Wadeland, Crystal Springs, Maryland. Give them a round of applause. And last but not least, same prefix, Yellowstone Tamara. David Diamond, please report to the bar. It will be open bar on Yellowstone for the next half hour. Congratulations. Exhibited by Velthois Farms of Ontario. Félicitations, David, and I'm sorry you dropped your drink, but get over there. It's Diamond, D-Y-M-E-N-T.
Congratulations to Yellowstone. I don't think it's unprecedented to have 3 full sisters, but it is a rare, rare accomplishment in our fall calf class. Congratulations. Mandy, I know you've been watching. We wish you were here, and I'm sure you're happy and knocking one back at home here. On to our summer yearling class. Starting out our summer yearlings with AOT Heartbeat 2716, exhibited by Justine Allen of Canaan, Connecticut, and bred by our friends AOT Genetics, always on top, Valley Falls, New York. That prefix goes back a few years. Our next entry, Jacobs Harris Clare, exhibited by Kenley Phillips of Lingleville, Texas, bred by our friends Farron Jacobs, Cap-Sant, Quebec. Our next nominee, another Quebec-bred heifer, La Four Star Friday Bullseye, exhibited by Triple T, Renee Pierre and Tim Cummings, North Louisburg, Ohio, bred by La Force Holstein Senefege, Quebec. Next is Ocean View Sassin' Me Back, exhibited by Ocean View Genetics and Doug Brown of Deerfield, Wisconsin, and bred by Pam and Daryl Nunes at Ocean View Genetics in Deerfield. Our next entry, another heifer, came out of the driveway at Deerfield. Ocean View Sweeter and Red, exhibited by Kaylee Gillette of New Franken, Wisconsin, and bred by Ocean View Genetics. And our final entry in our final nominee in our summer yearling class, Unique Red Carpet Flare, exhibited by Clark Valley, Rhonda Cochran, and Tristan Ray of Woodville, Ontario, bred by Unique Holsteins and Red Carpet Holsteins of Mount Forest, Ontario. Congratulations.
And on to the spring yearlings. We're going to start the parade with Bud John Vale Eye Candy Chalik, exhibited by Calvin Benning of Wisconsin and bred by Bud John and Vale. Next is Butler View D. Lamb Legacy, exhibited by Bud John and Vale of Lomira, Wisconsin, bred by Jim Butler of Illinois. Next is Genesee Altitude Leah, exhibited by Dobriner, Bowen, Conroy, Clark Valley, and Osinga from West Liberty, Ohio, bred by the Mulligan family of Avon, New York. Next is Kingsway Crushable Call Me, exhibited by Triple T and Tim Cummings of Ohio, bred by the boys at Kingsway. Next, they'll be partying in Union Bridge. Peace and Plenty Foot Juby 192, 192s. Bred and exhibited by Peace and Plenty, the Schwarzbecks of Union Bridge, Maryland. And last but not least, Petcheclair Chief Anton, bred and exhibited by Ferme Petcheclair in St. Basile, Quebec.
On to our winter yearlings. Moving into our older heifers now, an impressive group, a group that did very well, called out in junior champion rings all year. Our first nominee, Caldenier Ideal Alexis, exhibited by Veltoys Farms, Osgood, Ontario. I know there's someone in the room that loves that heifer. Where's Alex out here? Bred by our friend Richard Denier, Galt, California. Our next nominee, Carol Steen, Coffee Master, exhibited by Colton and Kendall Thomas and Mia Berry, North Louisburg, Ohio, bred by our friend Ferme Cabin Grandmont, Nicolet, Quebec. Our next nominee, there'll be some hooting and that'll lead to some hollering. Haven Limitless, exhibited by Scott Culbertson and T&L Cattle Limited, Pine Island, Minnesota, bred by Haven Farms, they're in the room, of Stewart, Minnesota. Congratulations. Our next nominee, heifer that are very popular all year long, Melview Summerfest Darla, exhibited by Callie and Conway Crollo and Paige Sweat of Poynette, Wisconsin, bred by Melview Farms of Lodi, Wisconsin. Our next nominee, Milk Source Christmas, exhibited by Tristan Ostrom, Kaukauna, and bred by Milk Source of Kaukauna. And our final nominee in our winter yearling class, Redline Jagger Impact, exhibited by Blackjack Holsteins, Prairie Haven Genetics, and Gray Rose Cattle Company, Wyckoff, Minnesota, bred by the Northern Wisconsin breeder Jacob Meyer from Jim Falls, Wisconsin.
Okay, fall yearlings. Starting off with Dell Creek Crash My Party, exhibited by Addison Lordy of Indiana and bred in Winchester, Ontario. Congratulations. Jeffrey Way Tact, exhibited by Cale, Cly, Ryan, and Logan Beer of Indiana, and bred by Jeffrey Way of Wisconsin. Kurt Haven Luigi Tattoo, exhibited and bred by Kurt Haven of Minnesota. Next is Linvale Just Believe in Me, exhibited by Beckridge and Quality Holsteins, bred by the Schultzes. Next is Miss Triple T TSWTC Propel, the Perro family from New Mexico Shoulder, Triple T, Damon Berkey, and Tim Cummings breeder. And last but not least, Venture Master Cactus by Tidy Cattle and Nathan Johnson of South Dakota, bred by Jared Rip of South Dakota. I think that's our first South Dakota nominee that I've seen in a while. Congratulations.
I got to give a shout out, red alert, to Lisa Coyne. I think we're going to need some bail money tonight. 2 nominees for your daughter. Congratulations. We might hear from our friend Rachel a little later in the evening. Our milking yearling class will move into the milking cows. Here's the last contest of the day, moving into our all-important milking cow classes. Our milking yearlings, starting off with Elmcroft Avalanche Piper, exhibited by Pierre Boulay and Clark Valley of Montmagny, Quebec, bred by Elmcroft Holsteins of Woodville, Ontario. Our next nominee in the milking yearling class, Genosaurus Lip Service, bred and exhibited by Genosaurus of Blairstown, Iowa. Our next cow is her, I think, full sister, Genosaurus Looks Matter, exhibited by Budjon Farms in Peter Vale of Lomira, Wisconsin, and bred by Genosaurus. Our next nominee, one of the best names in the contest, Milk and Honey, I'm a Sexy Baby, exhibited by Ferm Jacobs and Elmview Farm, Capsant, Quebec, and bred by Cedar Lane Farm, Old Wick, New Jersey. Our next nominee is a cow that a lot of people paid attention to this year, Miss Tattoo Fern, exhibited by Vera Dairy and Double D Dairy of Hilmar, California, now owned by Quality Holsteins, Beckridge Holsteins, I think is in the room, Beckridge, Agribur Societa, and Du Pasquier of Vaughan, Ontario, bred by Duckett's, Vera Dairy, and Tim and Sharon Abbott of Rudolph, Wisconsin. Quite a cow. Our final entry in our milking yearling class, Sparrow Valiant Lambda Monaco, exhibited by Jay Ackley and Jim and Valerie Spring of East Liberty, Ohio, bred by Sparrow Holsteins and Valiant Dairy Genetics, Embro, Ontario. Congratulations, Tony, if you're watching. Another beautiful class.
Okay, hang with us, folks. We're getting there. Summer juniors 2-year-olds, as they say in Quebec. Holstein Lambda Dre, exhibited by Duckett Kingsway and Elock Farm from Wisconsin, bred by Elock Farm of Nova Scotia. Next, this is kind of cool, Elmview Alt Red Velvet Red, exhibited by Elmview Farms in New York. Congratulations, Randy and Debbie. A red one nominated black. This will get some noise. King's Ransom DL Clamor from Hannah King and bred by King's Ransom. Again, they're partying in Maryland. PA Stone Mill Hand Juby Jam, exhibited by Kathleen O'Keefe and David Diamond.
I don't know.
Go ahead, jump, 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 jump. If I had a nomination, I'd drink that whole doggone glass. Come on, Juby Jam. Come on, bury it. Bury it. We're not moving on until you bury it. All right, we're gonna cut you some slack because we gotta get this done. And bred by the Lovatis. Juby Jam. Quad R Showtime Stride, exhibited by the Schwarzlows of Wisconsin, and exhibited and bred. Congratulations. And this one will bring down the house. Rapine Lambda Adu from the Who family and the Terrien family of Quebec. Let's give them a round of applause. Beautiful young cow.
Congratulations to our summer junior 2-year-old class. It's always a thrill. On to our junior 2-year-olds. First entry, also bred by the Kimballs of Maine, BHLI American Wave, exhibited by Crackholm Holsteins of Quebec and bred by Jaden and Kennedy Kimball and Bay Holsteins of Windham, Maine. Our next nominee, Garay Lambda Selena, exhibited by Butler View Farm, Chebance, Illinois, and bred by Gaspard Filion, Saint-Sébastien de Frontenac, Quebec. Our next nominee, I Believe She May Sell Tomorrow, Harview Hancock Fan, exhibited by Jonathan and Alicia Lamb, Chris and Jen Hill, and Jamie Black of Oakfield, New York, and bred by Matthew Hardesty, Harview Farms in Berryville, Virginia. Is that true? She might sell tomorrow?
I think about the 10th animal in the ring, to be specific.
Perfect. Next up in our junior 2-year-old class, Mystique Parfait Anila, exhibited by Ferme Blondin, J.P. Proulx, and Butts Hill Holsteins, St. Placide, Quebec, bred by Blondin's neighbors there, Ferme Mystique and Mirabel, Quebec. Our next nominee in our junior trio class, Sunspark, Braden Brindley. Exhibited by Sprang, Ackley, Berkeley, and Turbovich, East Liberty, Ohio, and bred by Sunspark Farms, South Bruce Peninsula, Ontario. And our final entry in our junior two-year-old class, West A-Dub Lambda Sadie, exhibited by Butler View Farm, Chabance, Illinois, bred by Aiden Azevedo and Weston Silva in Turlock, California. Congratulations.
Senior two-year-olds, let's lead the parade with Ben Rise, Master Bette Midler, exhibited by Elmview Farm, Johnstown, New York. Congratulations. Next is Bossdale Sidekick Joystick, exhibited by Butler View Farm, Chabance, Illinois, bred by Bossdale of Ontario. Next, Duckett Chief June, exhibited by Duckett Holsteins, Rudolph, Wisconsin, and bred by Duckett Holsteins. Next, exhibited by Butler View Farm, is J. Kiko Doc Finale, exhibited by Butler View, bred by the Kikos of Ontario, of Ohio. They thought they moved. Next is Jacob's Chief Dina, exhibited by Milk Stores, bred by Ferme Jacobs. And last but not least, from Butler View Farm, Walnut Lawn Lambda Beyonce, exhibited by Butler View and bred by our friends the Zares at Walnut Lawn Farm in Ontario.
Congratulations to our senior two-year-old nominees. Moving into our junior three-year-olds. First up, Gleanne Doc Kissy Face, exhibited by Tidy Holstein and TNL Cattle, Capsant, Quebec, bred by Bruce Thompson, Antigonish, Nova Scotia. It's been a good year for Bruce. He's probably doing chores right now, but congratulations to Bruce and Doc Kissy Face in her nomination. There'll be a little hooting and hollering here. Next up, King's Ransom, Delta L Slammin', exhibited by Showbox Sires, King's Ransom Farm, Rudolph, Wisconsin, bred by Jonathan King, Schuylerville, New York.
Hey, Johnny.
She's followed closely by her prefect's mate, King's Ransom, Doc Drislin, exhibited by Lauren King of Schuylerville and bred by King's Ransom, also Schuylerville, New York.
And I'm going to interrupt there. She was not followed that closely in the ring. There were about 5 cows between us.
Very close alphabetically.
Yes.
Is that as close as you're going to get? Next up, Lucky Devour a Boot. Congratulations to Tessa and Stella Schmucker, Whitewater, Wisconsin, bred by Matt Engel, Lucky in Hampshire, Illinois. Our next nominee, another one that you'll be a little hooting and hollering next to me, Peace and Plenty Sidekick Juby 36, exhibited by Showbox Sires and Peace and Plenty Farms, Rudolph, Wisconsin, and bred by the Schwartzbecks at Peace and Plenty in Union Bridge, Maryland. They've signed up a sale for next March.
That's right.
March 15th. March 15th. So make your way to Union Bridge that weekend. I believe Matt Hawbaker is having a sale the day before, so it's a perfect weekend to be in Maryland. Our final entry in our junior 3-year-old class, T Side Piece, exhibited by Colton and Kendall Thomas of North Lewisburg, Ohio, and bred by Triple T Holsteins of North Lewisburg. Congratulations.
Boy, I've been practicing. All right, the senior 3-year-olds, and boy, there was some power in here. How about the Xdale Power Up Alongside? Milk Source Genetics and Brian X. Ikes from Elmira, Ontario. Give her a round of applause. Wow, that was stunning. Let's try. Jacob's Alligator Lorella, exhibited by Jacobs, T-Wave and Ferme Gillette of Cap-Santé, Quebec, bred by Jacobs. Next is Kingsway Delta Lambda Julep, Showbox Sires and Howard View Holsteins of Wisconsin and Ontario, bred by Kingsway. Next is RJR Disc Jockey 7509, Ferme Blondin, Butler View, Fairbanks Cattle, and Rudder Dairy were the breeders. Next is Sweetview Alligator Hysteria, exhibited by J. and Mrs. J. Ackley, some people say Christie, and Jim and Valerie Sprang of Ohio. Why am I saying Ontario? And last but not least, Wildweed, Warrior Maui Red, exhibited by Elmview Farm and bred by the Bailings of Wisconsin. Congratulations.
Congratulations, that was a powerful class this year. Our 4-year-olds, getting into the real heavy hitters now that we're entering our senior cow classes. Our first 4-year-old nominated, Haven Valley Light Bobby Ho, exhibited by Duckett Holsteins of Rudolph, Wisconsin, and bred by Haven Valley Holsteins of Wallenstein, Ontario. Our next 4-year-old, Jacobs Excalibur Bahamas, bred and exhibited by Ferrum Jacobs, Capsant, Quebec. Next, you know her name. She introduced it to the world this year. Jeffrey Way Hard Rock Twigs, exhibited by Doe Briner, Bowen and Conroy, West Salem, Ohio, bred by Brooks Hendrickson of Belleville, Wisconsin. She was your International Holstein Show Grand Champion. Next in our 4-year-old class, cow that a lot of people appreciated as she made her way stateside. Love Hill Sidekick Candy Cane, exhibited by Jonathan and Alicia Lamb of Oakfield, New York, and bred by Love Home Holsteins, Belgani, Saskatchewan. Our next entry in our 4-year-old class, Royal Water Park Avenue Dawn, exhibited by Jay Ackley, Jim and Valerie Sprang, and William Lund. I think they need to buy a round. We've called their name a bunch.
Actually, I see Jay Bird at the end of the bar. He's getting his wallet out. They'll be fine.
Now's the time, I think. That's been a very...
It's okay, right, Christy? It's okay if Jay Bird buys a round?
And bred by Royal Water Holsteins, Pisquides PEI. Our final entry in our 4-year-old class, TTM Jordy Baton Rouge, exhibited by Golden Oaks Farm, Wakanda, Illinois, and bred by Tom McCuro of Rocky Ridge, Maryland. Congratulations.
Okay, the 5-year-olds. Let's start with Altona Lee Unix Herma Meany, exhibited by Dalton Ferris, cow that we've heard nominated many times, bred by the Barkley family of Blackstock, Ontario. Arlene Debo Apple Elme, exhibited by Elmview and bred by Debo and Arlene from Quebec. Intense Tattoo Leela, bred by Ferrum Intense and exhibited by Little Home and Cookie Cutter from Argyle, New York. A Virginia-bred cow bred by Terry Perotti and now owned by Butlerview, Lopine, VA, Lady Crush. Again, bred by Butlerview. She did. Midas Touch Monterey 1127, bred by the Kings at Midas Touch, exhibited by Jacobs and Crackholm. And last, Miss Triple T Grateful, exhibited by Caden Horn of Wisconsin, bred by Barclay, Phoenix, and Triple T Holstein.
Moving into our age cow class. Congratulations to these, as we like to call them, our veteran campaigners in the circuit. Carp's View, Armani Velvet. Congratulations to Elmview. I think we lost our Velvet just a little while ago, so what a nice way for her to wrap up her career with a nomination this year. Bred by Bethany and Seth Carpenter of Sutton, Vermont. Next up, Gleanne Brady Privateer, exhibited by Rocky Top Holsteins and Brian Engelking of Speedwell, Tennessee. Bred by Jack Thompson and Bruce Thompson in Tigonish, Nova Scotia. Congratulations again, another cow from down in the Maritimes. She's been traveling the show ring a long time for the Mitchells and Brian Engelking. Our next nominee, Jacobs Avalanche Bradley, exhibited by Glamour View, Eaton Holsteins and Curry Holsteins of Marietta, New York, and bred by Ferrum Jacobs. Next to Kingsway Dempsey Nora, exhibited by Elmview Farm, Johnstown, New York, and bred by Kingsway from Hastings, Ontario. Our next cow, she also caught a lot of eyes this year, Sandy Valley Francie, exhibited by Seamers Holstein Farm, Newton, Wisconsin, bred by the Bowers, David Patrick, Frank Jr., and Gregory Bauer of Scandinavia, Wisconsin. And our final entry, cow that also has made a lot of miles and travels to a lot of shows, Tuskview Avalanche Callie, exhibited by Isaac Foltz of North Collins, New York, bred by Tuskview Farms of Thompsontown, Pennsylvania.
All right, into the Lifetime Production Cow class. Leading the way is Herb Akers, Snapple Shakira, Attaboy, All-American Jacobs, Killian, Tidy, a whole bunch of folks you know who owns her, bred by Connor Erbson in Illinois. Next, another favorite, Macklin, HF, Yoder Rachel, exhibited by Kyle Reed and Adam Little of Argyle, New York, bred by the McFarlands of Minnesota. Miss Black Beauty's Velvet, exhibited by Duckett Holsteins, Vieira Dairy and Triple T, bred by Van Axel, Triple T, Conroy, Sharp, and Bennett. Oakfield Solomon Footloose, exhibited by Showbox Sires, Vieira Dairy, and bred by the Lambs at Oakfield Corners. Pierstein Cicero Timeout, exhibited by Elmview Farms and bred by Pierre Boulet. And last is Rach Len Dundee Lily, exhibited by Eaton, Kate, Morrill, Zay, and Glamour View of Marietta, New York, bred by John Roberts.
Now 97, right? Correct?
That's right.
That's right. Our most recent, she's got a daughter selling. Our most recent 97 point cow, I believe. On to our group classes. Here we move into the breeder groups. Oh, I love these. They're some of my favorite. Our junior best 3 group. Our first junior best 3 is our group from Fair Petitclerc, Saint Basile, Quebec. Next up, to Genosource, Blairstown, Iowa. Caught Your Eye's certainly been a powerhouse in our group classes the last year or two. Our next group from Kingsway Farms, Hastings, Ontario. Congratulations to Millens and Kingsway. Our next group, again, no surprise, Ocean View Genetics, Deerfield, Wisconsin. Let's see, we're on our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our 5th group in to the Junior Best 3 with a nomination is once again from Peace and Plenty Farms, the Short Specs of Union Bridge, Maryland. And our final group, again, no surprise, won the class at Madison. Our group from Yellowstone Genetics, Justin Hogue, Diamond Home Genetics, and Wadeland South Dairy of Ogden, Utah, with those 3 full sisters from our fall calf class.
I'm going to throw you a curveball because you're really good. I know this is your favorite class of the whole contest, and if we can have everybody's attention, we all want grand champion trophies and all want grand champion ribbons, but this to me is the most powerful class. And so Kathleen, you're the connoisseur of this contest. You're driving the bus. I want you to name these, because to me, the most prestigious class of the day. This is like Entertainer of the Year, you singers.
It really is. Like, it's hard to do. So congratulations to 6 nominees. Our first group is from Genosource, Blairstown, Iowa. It's again, Caught Your Eye. Woo! Next up, now we're going to let it rip, our group from King's Ransom Farms, Schuylerville, New York. Then we have our group from Kingsway Farms, Hastings, Ontario. Congratulations to Kingsway. Let our show catch up to us here. Next up, we'll cheer hard from, they've bred a lot of great cows, Oakfield Corners Dairy, Oakfield, New York. Congratulations. Once again, from our friends in Union Bridge, Maryland, the Schwartzbacks, our group from Peace and Plenty Farms. And our final senior best 3, we've gone from coast to coast here. It's really fun to be able to announce our final best 3 is from Ruan Genetics, Riverdale, California. Congratulations to Ruan.
Give all those breeders a round of applause as Kathleen does this last one.
I guess I hogged all the group class.
Oh, that's right. You're the boss.
Our final class of the day, our Produce of Dam, and this once again will announce the cow as well as the breeder. This class celebrates the prolific breeding of an individual cow, and that's always a source of great pride. First up, our produce of JM Valley Sidekick Lady from Budjon Vale, Genosource, and Heartland, Lomira, Wisconsin. Our next produce of Dam, produce of Lady Rose, Caught Your Eye, #1 from Genosource in Blairstown, Iowa. We might have tipped our hand here a little bit because, yep, there's a group number 2 from Lady Rose Caught Your Eye, Geno Source in Blairstown. Congratulations. That cow just keeps going and going and going. Our next group, let's say it one more time. Lady Rose Caught Your Eye, our group from Justin Hogue, Diamond Home Genetics, Wayland South Dairy, and Geno Source, combined for this pair of daughters out of Lady Rose Caught Your Eye. Our next group, produce of King's Ransom, Delta Destiny from King's Ransom Farm, Schuylerville, New York. And our final group, another cow that's just bred like crazy, still breeding like crazy, our produce of Nownadale Jasmine from Kingsway Farms in Hastings, Ontario. That's a wrap. Congratulations to everyone that bred a group class here. It's a tremendous achievement. Congratulations to those Produce of Dam nominees. Thank you. That wraps up our show for 2024. That was our 5th time that we've been here in Nashville doing it. We look forward to being back next year. I hope you'll have us back, Tim and Chris. I want to say thank you to everybody watching from home. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all the exhibitors that sent in entries. Whether we read your name here or not, we respect every single entry you get. This is your contest. These are your contests. I'm sure the red and white people feel the same. We just administer them. We're thrilled to bring them back to you, the people, and really it's my favorite. It's a labor of love. It's my favorite thing of the whole year. Everybody at home, thank you for joining us. We're gonna move on to some other things. We're gonna get back to the syrup competition.
We've got several things left to go today. First of all, folks in this room, I know everybody wants to dance and party. But to the Red and White Association for what they did yesterday, sponsoring yesterday's events, and for their nominations today, give Red and White and their directors a round of applause. And the greatest competition class in this industry is led by Julie and Kathleen, the All-American contest. And folks, these guys kill themselves for the past 10 days. Day and night, they worked on this. And Julie and Kathleen, it's an honor to do it. Our industry is truly grateful because the only way we can produce we can promote our cows is through successful things like this. The gals at Cow's Milk, Kathleen and Julie, give them a round of applause they deserve. All right, the girls, and we got to thank Kathy Whitman and Christy Ackley. They have driven the bus on this maple syrup contest. It's great. Give Christy, give those guys a big round of applause. They've worked hard all day. So there's 2 options. Go get your last taste test, and then we'll announce the winner in a minute. And then I had something else. Yeah, I got that. Okay, 2 birthdays in the house. It's Caitlin's day after her birthday, and she has a headache. Let's give Caitlin a round of applause. So be careful. Anybody whose birthday today it is, ask Caitlin how the day after is. Josh Carnes, are you in the house? Would you like me to sing happy birthday to you? Nope, not gonna happen. And last but not least, turning 21 today is Heather Yoder. Yes, baby. Heather, would you like me to sing happy birthday? We'll sing later. All right, one more thing before then we'll get the tally for the syrup contest. If you're watching online and you want to buy syrup, call anybody on the sales staff, call anybody here. There's about 300 people here. I'm going to ask George Marashi, who did this great food up here tonight, to come talk a little bit about what he does and what he did. We had the Copperthorne family yesterday give a great presentation. We were lucky to get George to do this. And folks, when he comes up here, will you give him the round of applause he deserves? He's been here 4 days working on this. Give George Marashi a round of applause and let him tell you about what he does.
I want to thank Tim and Chris and their lovely wives for bringing us out. Anyway, I want to thank Tim, Chris, and Jen and Sharon for bringing us out, trying something different. Obviously, most of you that have been around for a while know that I've been around for a while, just doing different things now. So this is part of it. My family and I started this 7 years ago. It's taken us some places that it's just hard to fathom, but here we are in front of my people. So it's kind of a cool circle, and we're back. I also want to thank the Leach family from Vermont. They had the wonderful cheese that was on the charcuterie, the fruit and cheese plate. They sent us 2 10-pound wheels. So I mean, like, their stuff is super popular. Obviously, if you had it, you know it. And also the lambs. They brought cheese with them when they came down. We used it in the quesadillas. We had it on the charcuterie board. So, anyway. So I want to thank all you guys. Appreciate it. The kind words. It means a lot. And most of all, my family at home that allows me to do this. So here I am. Like it or not, this is me. Thank you all.
Let's hear it for George. Everybody together. George, 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 George. You're a freaking rock star, Marashi. 5 monkeys. I'm telling you, go to your store and get your 5 monkeys. The whole thing, George, is built around 5 monkeys. So if you want to make food like that, your wife will love you. Talk to George Marashi. All right, our bartenders. Are people buying booze and taking care of you? Yeah, average, they're saying. Let's crank this thing up. All right, so make your final votes. Make your final votes, and if for a second you think the syrup you tasted tastes like something J.R. Boyk would make, don't vote for it. You're going down today. You're going down, Boyk. All right, and then we've got our singers in the house. Casey Johns, Timmy Angston, and Timmy Baumgartner. Let's go. They're going to come up and sing. We want everybody dancing and rocking and having fun. We got 4 hours of music once we get all this other junk done. Let's hear it for Cosmo and Red and White for a great day. And you can crank up some music for a minute. Thank you.
down at the dollar bill bar. Our feelings couldn't reach the sea, so coming right there now. We were spinning round so soon, the dream was just like a dream. In our 40s full of promises, 100,000 broken down. Guys like you are a dime a dozen. You should count your lucky stars. On a year $500 for every single sailor's heart. I could break 100 down at the dollar bill bar. Down at the dollar bill bar. You may see my name is written there, and you know I've been here before. You may think that you are special, think that you got what it takes. But I'm standing here to tell you that was your very first mistake. There's guys like you are a dime a dozen. You should count your lucky stars. On a year $500, every single cowboy's heart. Well, honey, I could break 100 down at the dollar bill bar. Just think twice before you come. Take me for a whirl on that floor. And if I tell you that I love you, and I tell you that I want to take you home, just turn around here and leave me, 'cause I'm telling you,
just a 9 to 5, bills and pressure, out up to the sky. She never asked, you might be hanging with my wilder friend, looking for some other way to fly. 3 days straight, get by on no food, sleep and crazy, what's becoming my new normal. I'd pass out on the bedroom floor, sleep right through the calm before the storm. My life was just an old routine, every day the same damn thing. I couldn't even tell I was alive. But I tell you, my cost of living ain't nothing like the cost of living high.
This one here, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that quite so?
That's Southern Baptist.
Here we go. Check, 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 check.
All right, folks, if we can have your attention while the band's setting up, we're going to do the maple syrup contest. We had Miss Sharon. Once again, to Whitman and Chrissy Ackley and Sharon, thank you for everything to make this happen. Give them all another round of applause. We had, I believe, 9 entries. 9 entries. And folks, if you want to buy this syrup, the donation goes to National Dairy Shrine. Sharon is going to keep the tabs on who buys what. You pay Sharon. You don't pay the sale, you pay Sharon. If you write a check, it's to National Dairy Shrine, and it is tax deductible. It all goes to education funds for college students in agriculture. Pardon? I didn't take anything. So, folks, the entries came from all across North America. We even had entries from Ontario and Quebec. And what we're going to do is we're going to sell each syrup. We're going to announce the runner-up syrup and the champion syrup. And then we're going to sell all the rest of the syrups. And if your friends sent a syrup in, I'd suggest supporting them. And then we'll make one big donation. And at the end of the day, the Ackleys have given us 10 bottles, Jay? 10 bottles, and we will determine a price that you can buy a bottle of the Ackley syrup at the end of the day. So, Chris, one more time, tell them we're honoring 3 great friends today. And folks, if we can have your attention, I'm going to let Chris say a couple things about who we're honoring.
Well, first of all, thanks again for being with us this weekend. We think we've had a great weekend so far, and I'm so glad to see each and every one of you here. And the people at home as well have sent beds in. So this year, we like to honor our dear friends every year that we have lost. And this year, it's our good friends Ken Elliott, Ken Main, and Martin Bud Yoder. All 3 guys many of us are very, very familiar with, dear friends of ours, and industry people that were respected all over the world. They were a friend to all, and they've been very successful breeders, developers, family people, and more than anything, just true friends. And we have decided every year we're going to honor, and I wish we didn't have to honor anybody, but that's kind of when we're put on this earth, we get taken off this earth. But there's not 3 greater men. Last year we did it for 3 great men. This year we're doing it for 3 great men, and we want to honor them. And if you would like to support us through the Dairy Shrine, we know that the money we do raise is going to a fantastic cause through the Dairy Shrine. So help us support it, and we're going to do it in the memory and in the honor of Ken Elliott, Ken Main, and Bud Yoder. Tim?
Well said, Chris. And folks, just one other thought. If you're from a region where this syrup is from, I suggest you bid like crazy to support your own region, because that's important, right? So, We're getting the announcements. Everybody, I know this is what everybody came for. All-American announcements were cool. The Great Maple Syrup Contest is now the talk of the business. Everybody ready for the winners?
Yes, please, if you would.
In the reserve champion seat, ladies and gentlemen, and we would like them to come forward because they are in the house, and I have given him so much shit about this. But if the boys would come forward, JR and his family made the runner-up syrup.
Congratulations. Give it up.
Miss Sam, we want you to get up here and do a dance for us. These guys are in contention for couple of the year so far. Give them a round of applause. The best syrup and runner-up best syrup in this whole thing. Thank you to the boys.
What's that? Wisconsin.
Oh, from Wisconsin. Yeah, sorry.
No matter what we're doing, it's always good when Wisconsin is
Good
second.
question. That's right. That's right. Congratulations to Wisconsin. On Wisconsin. Go Badgers. Okay, and winning the Great Maple Syrup Contest for the first time, their first entry ever. They have 50 buckets and they boil their sap over an open flame. So you know they make damn good syrup. This is Randy Locke, which is Sabrina Clark's uncle.
Very nicely done.
Pennsylvania wins the Great Maple Syrup Contest. Sabrina, get up here and get some pictures. Thank you. Congratulations to Randy. And if you don't think making good maple syrup happens easy, you better pay attention. So we're gonna sell the champion, the reserve champion, and then we're gonna quickly sell all the others. Okay? And we'll tell you a little about each syrup. Christopher J. Hill, take it away and let's sell the champion syrup from the Locks in Pennsylvania.
It's champion
Come on,
syrup.
Keystone
I'm taking
people, let's go,
$1,000.
let's go, let's go.
$1,000. I got 100 now, 25 now, 50 now, 75, and now 2 and a quarter. And everybody get 2 and a quarter. Everybody get 2 and a half. Everybody get 75. Everybody get 3. Everybody get 3. Everybody get a quarter. Everybody get a half. Everybody get 75. Yeah, 3.75. Everybody get 75. Everybody get 4 and a 4 and a 4 and a 4 now, quarter and a quarter. Everybody get a quarter half. Everybody get 4 and a half now, 75, 500, 95, and a calling goldfish. Now 75, everybody get 500, everybody get a 5, you're out. 500, everybody get a 5, everybody get 5 and a quarter and a half, everybody get 5 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 and a half, everybody gonna do it now 75, everybody get 600. He had 600, but everybody get a second, everybody get a second, everybody. I tell you what, it'd be awful good on them pancakes tomorrow morning. Wow.
Wow.
Woo! Doggy, right down there at the buffet, we can have syrup.
You can bring, Jeff Kane brings his own syrup to the buffet. You can provide it for everybody.
Actually,
and nobody else in the house will have $600 syrup.
You can sell it.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little dip for 50 bucks.
Miss Emmy just bid $600.
Now 25, everybody get 25, everybody get 50, everybody get a 650. I mean, everybody get a 650, and now 700. Now 700, everybody get a 750. Everybody get 50, everybody get 750. Everybody get 50, 800. 800 now 50. 850, 900. 900, everybody get a 9. Everybody get 9 now 50. And 950, 10. Everybody get 10, 10. Everybody get 10. But 950, I got 10, 10, 50, 11, 11, 50, and 12, and 12, and 13, 14. Everybody get 15, 16. You haven't even bought a commercial cow yet. 16, 17. Everybody go and give it a 17, 16, 17. Everybody going to do it. Everybody do it. 17, 17, 17. 1 time, 2 time. Everybody did about 17, 17, 16, 17. I'm calling goldfish. 16, 16, 50.
Last chance to buy the champion syrup.
There's only one champion.
Yep.
16, 16, 50. 17, goldfish. 17. Yeah, everybody better go and give it now 17. Everybody get 17. Everybody get 17. Yep, 1650. 17, 1750. 18, goldfish. 18. 8. Come on, Sabrina, got it. This will get you a hell of a lot of brownie points. You might have to get your own room.
Can you imagine?
I didn't want to go there, but I'm going to.
You don't buy your girlfriend syrup. That's dumb.
It's crazy.
Worst
thing is he's bidding for somebody else. It ain't even him. And they gave him $1,000.
I'd say sell it.
Emmy's in 17, 17 quarter. Now half, everybody half, everybody get 17, half, everybody now half, everybody half, everybody half, now 75, everybody now 18, 18, everybody give 18, under the winner buyer. 18, everybody get away, 18, 17, you're out. OUT. Take it.
There's more syrup.
18, 17, 75, 18. One more time, shut the door. Quarter. 18, 25, 50. 50. Kick him right in the gut. 75. 1850. Now 75. 75. 1875. I'm right here with Emmy at 1850, 1875, and Mrs. Simpson. 1850, 75. 1850, 75. Bang! Emmy and Mrs. Simpson. $1,850.
You the buyer? Miss Emily Hefner, we honored her late great husband.
We honored Ronnie Simpson and Hefner.
Give them a round of applause. That's pretty cool. We honored her husband last year. Ronnie's looking down, smiling.
8 times.
Damn, those are good people.
I told Emmy she ought to buy that.
I love that on my pie, Miss Emmy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Did y'all get some of that food at George's back there?
from
Oh, boy,
Fond du
that's
Lac,
good food.
Wisconsin, they are in competition for the hottest couple here. You should have seen them dirty dancing last night. The Boyks of Wisconsin have the runner-up serve. Let's go, cheesehead.
2 quarter halves, 75, everybody get 3, everybody get 3 and a half, everybody get 4, everybody get 4 and a half, everybody get 5, everybody get 500, 5 and a half, everybody get half, everybody get 600, now 700, now 800, now 900, now 910, everybody get 10, everybody get 10, everybody 910, everybody get 9, 10, 100. I'm at 910, everybody better go, everybody better give, everybody get 10, now 11, now 12. Get 12, everybody get 12, 13, 14. Get 14, everybody get 14, everybody 13, 13 and a half. You're out, Tim. 14, 14 and a half. 14 and a half, everybody get half, everybody get half, everybody get half, everybody get half, no. 14 and a half, everybody go now, get now, half, now 15, 15, now half, everybody get 15, 50, you're out again. 15, 50. I'm doing that, yep, 15, 50. We're having a sale. Now 1600. Yeah, now 50. 16, 50. Anybody better go to give another, everybody get 16, 15, 17, goldfish. I'm 17, everybody get 17, you're in. 1650. 1675. 1650. Now 75.
Actually, Chris,
I tell you what,
this lady last year paid $500 for my earring. She'll go more on this syrup.
1650. I tell you what, when we're selling our clothes, it's a bad, bad situation.
Look at that. Isn't this cool?
1650, 1675. Everybody better go for the giving us 75. Everybody get 75. Everybody get 75. You're in. Now 1650 and now 75. Sold 1650 to the Hepkins. The Hepkins, $1,650. Yes, sir. Play that guitar loud.
All right. Quickly, Chris, we're going to sell some Ohio syrup from, this is in no particular order. What way do you want them, Sharon? Yep, so we're doing Ohio. A beautiful from Maple Valley in Ohio, from the Sanor family. We are selling a quart of the syrup and a collector's bottle.
Oh, my.
Look at that. So let's roll. This is Ohio syrup.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 75. Everybody get 75 now, 100, but nobody get 100, but nobody get 100 now, 25. Everybody get 50, but nobody get 50 now, 75. Everybody go now, 2, 10, everybody get 2, everybody get 2, everybody get 175, everybody get 200, in one buy, and everybody get 2, 175, everybody get 2. Get $200 fee, everybody want a bit of 2, everybody get 2, 175, everybody get 2. I'm at 175, near in Madison, 175, everybody with a bit of 2, everybody get 2, 175, 200. I'm at 175, everybody get 2, 200, I'm at 175, everybody get 2, I'm at 175, 2, everybody get 2. So Madison Fisher is at the Syndicate. 175 for the Lady and the Tramp Syndicate from Wisconsin. They come every year, but they just had a bouncing baby and they couldn't come.
Wow, that's nice.
It's Trent. Trent and Luke, thank you very, very much. That's the wonderful, wonderful Lady and the Tramp Syndicate. They're legendary. What
So, from the great state of Massachusetts, Kathy, from Ioka Farms, Miss Kathy Whitman brought this. This is a beautiful designer box, Marty.
That is designer.
Marty, it's designer box, and Robin loves it just for Christmas. And it's got recipes. It's got drinks with maple syrup. Let's go, Massachusetts syrup. Let's go.
2 now, quarter now, half, everybody get 75, everybody get 75, and now 3, and everybody now 3, and 3, 3, and 2, 75, everybody get 300. I'm at 2, 75, everybody get 3, and now 25, now 25, now 50, 350, now 75, now 4, now 400, now quarter, and 4 1/4 half, everybody get 4 1/2, everybody about half, now 500, now 550. I'm at 550, now 600, now 50. Everybody better go and give it now 50, now 700, it's 7, now 7, 7, 7, 7, now 25. Everybody better go and give it now 25, everybody get 725. I'm at 725, 50, 750, Johnny, 750, now 75, 75. Everybody gonna go with giving a 75. Everybody get 775. Everybody get 750. Everybody get 75. 800. $800 to you. Everybody get away. Now 800 Johnny. $800 to you. Everybody go now. Ain't now quarter. Now quarter, now half. Everybody give 8 1/2. Everybody with a minimum of half. Don't you go nowhere. You stand right there. 8 1/4. We got another one. 8 1/4. 8 1/2. I'm at 8 1/4. Now half. Everybody give 8 1/2. I'm at 825. Everybody give 50. You're in Madison. 8 1/4. 8 1/2. Sold 825. Same way. 825. Lady in the Tramp wins again. 825.
Trent loves his syrup, doesn't he?
He loves pancakes.
Look at this from the O'Hara family in Ontario. If Ontario's in the house, you might take note. This is from the O'Haras in Ontario. Beautiful Ontario syrup. Made from the finest maple trees.
501, now 25, now 50, and 150. And everybody gonna go and give another, everybody give 150, and now 75. Everybody get 75, and 2, 2 1/4, and 2 1/2. Everybody get 75, everybody get 3, 3, 3, 25. Everybody get 3, 25, 50, 75. Everybody get 3, 75. Johnny. Now 400. I'm at 375. Everybody gonna go to the bottom. Everybody get 4. Everybody get 4 with 375. Everybody get 400. I'm at 75. Everybody get 4. I'm calling Johnny King. 350, 75, 4. That's $400 pay. Everybody with a minimum of 4. Everybody get 400. By the time you get a 75. Everybody get 4. 375, 4, 25. Hit 25. Everybody get 25, 50. Everybody get 4, 50, 50. Everybody get a 75. Everybody get 75, 75, 5, 5. Everybody get 500. Now 25. Now 50. 550. Everybody get 50. Now 75. Now 600. Hit 600. But somebody get a 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And I have sold it. Johnny King. $575. Johnny's way. $575.
Johnny King from Canada. Congratulations. Okay. Near and dear to my heart, made by our dear friends and our neighbors Jeff and Shannon Kane. Sharon and I might have helped tap these trees. Good Vermont maple syrup. And really, if you guys knew what the hell you're doing, this is the best syrup. But go on.
125, 50, and now 75, and now 2, 2 1/2. Everybody get 2 1/2. Everybody get 3. Everybody get 3. Everybody get 3 1/2. Everybody get 4. Everybody get 400. Everybody get 4 with 3 1/2. Everybody get 4. Do you want to buy them? I'm at 400. But everybody get 4 with 75. Everybody get 4. Everybody get 4 with 3. 75. 4 now 25. Hit 25. Everybody get 4. 25. Everybody 25. Everybody better do it. Everybody better do it now. 25. Everybody get 4 1/4. I'm at 400. Now 25. Now 50. Now 75. Now 5. Now 525. Now 50. 50. 75. 575. I'm gonna go wood. I'm at 75. 600. Now 25. Hit 25. Everybody better go to the beat the bomb. Everybody get 25. Tim, you're out. 600 right here. 625. 625. Everybody better do it now. 25. Everybody go now. Give now. Quarter. Everybody get a quarter.
I think it's funny that J.R. Boyd has been bidding on this because he wants some good syrup.
600 and now 25. Hit 25. Hit 25. 25. 50. 650. 75. 670. Oh. They're such good people. Come on.
Yeah, do you know him?
675.
Sharon, do you know him? Do they work hard?
6.5. Everybody get 75. Right here wins 650.
Cubby Bordeaux.
No. Right here.
Oh my gosh. The Travados from New York.
Travados.
They come every year. The Travados. Give them a big hand. They're great Black Angus breeders. And he keeps our country safe because he makes all the planes and rockets fly. Thanks, John. Really cool. Travados. Okay. P.O. Is P.O. in the house? From La Belle Province. Monsieur P.O., he make the syrup in the spring. It's the cold up to your ass and the big snow in the tree. And P.O. go out, he top the tree, he come back, he drink the whiskey, he go back, he shake the girl, and he make the syrup. We have three bottles of P.O. syrup. I'd say let's rumble. In U.S. dollars, though.
Yep, our money. 1 now 25.
Yep.
1 now quarter, now a half, now 75, now 2, 2, everybody get 2, everybody get 2, 175, everybody get 2, everybody get 2, everybody get 175, everybody get 2, get 200, everybody get a 2, but how many get a 2, everybody get 2, 175, everybody get 2, now quarter, you get a quarter, but everybody get a quarter to 225, everybody get a 25, everybody get a 2 1/4, I'm at 2 1/4, I'm at 200, now 25, J-Velt, you're out, 225, I'm at 2, everybody get, come on, impress your girlfriend, impress her boy. at 25, 225. I'm a 200. He's falling for it. I'm a 200 and now 25. Anybody 25. Cubby wins $200. $200.
Cubby buys the Quebec syrup. There, Cooter Creek Cattle Company in the house. And we have drink of the day. You can get your own Cooter Creek glass. He'll sign it. He'll sign it. Here it is from the Boulets. And boy, these are good people. This is not Pierre, so don't hold it against them. Right? This is Kevin Boulet and his beautiful wife make great syrup. And this is awesome stuff. So from the Boulet family in Quebec, a bottle of maple syrup.
All right, 100, now 25, 125, everybody get 25 now, everybody won't break either. 125, everybody get 50, and now 75, 175, you're out, everybody get a 75, everybody get 2, $200 team, everybody get a 2 and a 25, now 50, everybody get 50, now 75, come on Jesse, now 70, I got him at 50, 75, 3, at 3, now Josh, at 300, and now 25, 325, everybody get, come on Jesse, you had 2 nominations for heaven's sake, 325, 350, Josh, 350, 375, hit 75, everybody get 75, everybody get 375, everybody get 75. Now 4, Josh, 400. Come on, you go to Quebec and you get good things.
And it is your birthday.
350, 350. Yep, everybody get 50, everybody get 325, everybody get 350. I'm calling Jesse Muse, 325, 350. So 325, Jesse's way.
Yeah, Jesse.
We wish that we had Jesse's girl.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Okay, our last...
She'd be nominated because he's got a horseshoe.
It's our...
Oh, wait, let's not talk about it.
It's our last one. Thank you, guys. This is from the Ackleys. And they were last year's champion, if I'm not mistaken. And they make beautiful syrup. And they put their whole heart and soul into this. So, right now we're going to sell... There's 10 of them.
So much a piece.
So, take as many as you want, so much a piece, from the Ackleys. Yeah, so you tell us if you want one. Chris is going to sell first choice of 10 lots of syrup.
Here we go. Now it's Ackley's time. One time, everybody go. Now 100 bucks. 100, but everybody get 150, 75, 100, now 25, now 50, now 75, now 2, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, now 75, and now 3, everybody get 325, everybody get 25, 50, everybody get 350, everybody get 350, 325, everybody get 325, everybody get 350, 3 and a quarter, now 3 and a half, everybody now 75, now 4, at 4 does everybody in the middle, 4, everybody get 4, 75, everybody get 400. 75, everybody get 4 now, 4 down, everybody get 4, everybody get 400, now 75, everybody get 4, Tim, you're in, 375, everybody get 400, so 375, how many they want?
10 of them? I can't see you. Marty wants all 10? Oh, there's one finger, I saw that clearly. Marty and Robin Matlock, every Music City sale they and the Anglo Kings have been to, give them a round of applause.
They're here every year.
Okay.
Who else wants one for $375? All to a good cause.
And these haven't even been opened. Marty and Robin's was already open. These are even sealed.
$375, 100 bucks, 125. Now 50, everybody get 150, and now 75, everybody get 175, everybody get 75, 150, and now 75, yeah, 75, everybody get 150, and now 75 and 150, and now 75, everybody get 75 and 150. We're way off here.
What's the difference between this and the other? This is more age. This is more age. It's better syrup now.
150 and now 75.
Yeah,
now 2. Everybody get 2, 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 everybody get 2. So 175. Bud Matthews, send it to Maryland. 175.
I got an idea.
How many you want?
You want them all, Bud?
I lost it last year. I got it.
All right, why don't we do this? Anybody that will give a $100 bill to us for our syndicate can have for our.
Yep, just throw your hands up.
If you want one for $100, we got 10 of them.
Put
Jesse's got one. Mr. Bissett has
you
one.
Gotta go slow. You gotta go slow.
Yeah, we gotta go slow. So I've got Jesse, and I've got Bissett. Thank you. Champlain Valley Equipment in the house. If you need a Kubota tractor, call him. We got we got Pandora, the great vet from Schuylerville, New York. My God, if you got a sick cow, give her syrup. Caitlin, Miss Pandora, Dr. Pandora will have one for a hondo. Somebody else, J.R. Boyd wants one for 100, and he's going to drink it right now.
Yeah, they drank the whole thing in one.
Right, and yeah, here, oh, I knew you'd come through. Hey, Julie, Mr. Julie just bought a quart of syrup. God bless him. Thank you. I know you wanted more. Are we out of syrup? God, I hope we are. Yeah, well, no, I think Mr. Julie, JR bought that. Anybody need any? We got 3 more syrups.
No band, no syrup gone.
What? I'll give you more than that. That costs more than your drink. All right, we got 3 quarts left. If anybody wants a quart for 100, we want to get on with the show. Let's go.
Sir.
Give these guys a round of applause. Everybody that donated, everybody that bought. So before we're done tonight, these guys have made, as they do every year, the band has made a designer t-shirt, the Cow Tipping Tour. And this is, they play for us every year, and they made t-shirts. We're going to sell 3 of them. But we're going to let you listen to them first and see if you like them, because if you don't want their damn shirts. So, and then Miss Casey Johns brought us a bottle of whiskey. She has her own brand of whiskey. We're going to sell a signed bottle of whiskey from Casey. And then later, we have this lovely picture of Alan taking a nap at World Dairy Expo. We're going to auction this off, and if he doesn't buy it, we're going to plaster it on every billboard in Wisconsin. And then tomorrow, we're going to sell a guitar signed by everybody. So, folks, they're going to finish their sound check. How many minutes away are you? 10 minutes away? Okay, let's go. 10 minutes away. Let's turn up the music.
Being so jaded, hating the sun, oh God.